He's.
Yeah, it's recording.
Soundbar.
Hey! Maybe get a bit closer because I don't think I can hear you.
Put it like there.
Talk?
Yeah.
Bit louder.
Ah!
Yeah, talk about that.
Oh, talk about what?
Well, talk about that. About that. About that, loudness. That's the word I was looking for.
Oh yeah, I thought you were.
Volume.
I thought you were saying talk about that. We'll talk about what?
No, talk about that volume.
Oh yeah. So shout.
No, not shout, but like...
Shout.
Shout, yeah.
Shout.
Shout, but not shout.
Shout.
Shout out. This is a shout out to my ex.
Oh my days, bro.
This is going to be a long one. So, Lewis,
Yeah.
I hear you're a very good scooter rider. What have your recent tricks been trying?
I don't know.
Yeah, we're not going to do that bullshit. Who gives a shit, realistically?
What tricks are you trying?
Who knew?
Hold on, I'm gonna go this way.
Yeah.
Because I need to charge my phone.
Okay, 1 minute, I'm just going to put it up here. I think we're good for hit volume, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Talk a bit louder?
Yeah.
Bit.
Ah!
A little bit, yeah, about that.
Oh my days, bro.
Oh, I'll come and sit there.
Yeah, that's what I was seeing. This has gone to shittery. Sorry.
Oh, it's just me getting on the bed. Don't get any ideas. Sir Lewis,
Yeah.
any topics you'd like to start off with?
No.
Fucking great. Well, this is going to be a fun night, isn't it? How about we do a truth or dare?
Yeah, right. What? I mean, what the fuck do you mean? Truth or dare? Can't really do it.
Well, just do truths then.
Oh yeah.
Should we do 21 truths?
Or can we just talk about stuff?
Alright, we'll just do that one.
Imagine, yeah. Right, I got a question for you.
Go on.
Do invisible people? I'll let my cat in.
Okay.
Do invisible people? Are invisible people alive? Like real?
Invisible people. What do you mean by invisible people?
Like you can't see them, and they might be, and they could be a thing because you can't see them.
So they're not. So they're not ghosts, but like people who are invisible.
Yeah. Imagine on my days, right? Imagine this, yeah.
Right.
There's invisible people, yeah. So we don't know, but there's invisible people
Yeah.
who are like living in this world, yeah.
Yeah.
But imagine if we were invisible for them, and they oh my.
So like living on different planes of existence.
Hold on, Tom's calling me.
Okay.
Yo. Don't know yet.
Very unprofessional. Taking a phone call.
Oh, it sounds in a bit.
Join a podcast. Licking your charger. Ugh.
Yeah, but imagine that.
Right. So invisible people.
Yeah.
But they're living on different planes of existence, I guess.
What?
So like let's say they live on one side.
No,
Like-
what I'm getting at, yeah.
As if like the world was made out of like plates. Like we're on one plate.
Right.
Right, go on.
What I'm seeing, what I'm getting at
Right.
is we're
Yeah.
all of us, yeah.
Yeah.
So there's invisible people
Yeah.
who are living in this world, and they've got invisible buildings, invisible cars, invisible everything.
Are we invisible to them?
Hold on, let me get to that bit.
All right.
And I forgot what I was going.
Invisible people.
Yeah, and we're invisible to them.
Yeah.
So it's like two.
Different. So we're living in different. So this is what I mean by different planes. Like they're on one.
No. Because we're on.
We're both on the same thing, but we're all invisible to each other.
Yeah.
So
Like,
a little bit like if you put a
say
VR
we're
headset on.
Say we're in this house, yeah.
Yeah.
But in the
Like-
other invisible world, there could be a.
Like Martin and John are in here having.
Or there could
I
be a
don't know.
store.
Yeah, or there could be a murder going on. All right, I get what you mean. Right. Could you... Right, here's my thing. I'm going to do some hypothetical questions.
Yeah.
Right. Hypothetically,
Yeah.
if you had to become one famous monster So we're talking like your Draculas, your Frankensteins.
Oh yeah.
Your Loch Ness monster, like your what are they called? They're not mythical creatures.
Well, the Loch Ness is, but
No, it's like it's called something though, isn't it? A cryptid.
yeah, I'm gonna understand what I know.
A creature that like could be real, but might not be.
Sharon.
It's a cat. Could be real, but might not be. Right. What would you want to be? It's not like Dracula or anything, because that's like a horror story character. But I mean, like creature that could be real, but might not be.
Kraken.
You'd be the Kraken.
Yeah.
I reckon that would be a vibe.
Because like you just come out and destroy something.
I'd be the El Chupacabra.
The fuck is that?
It's the Mexican thing, but they think it's like a demon, like a demon man. It like directly translates to goat sucker or something like that. Sounds a bit dodgy, right? But like loads of goats and sheep were found like with like holes in their necks, as if like Dracula had come and sucked the blood, and they think it's something called the El Chupacabra. I think so. Yeah, I mean I've definitely rushed over that, but you know, it's going well, isn't it? Here we go. Best album.
Album?
Yeah.
Shit, let me look on Spotify.
Alright. For me...
Are we...
Should we do...
Are we doing our favourite albums that we think's the
as a
best?
whole? Can you stop it, cat? Yeah, our favourite album as a whole.
Sharon!
And I'd go... Ooh, like as a whole album. Because... songs come to mind. Like the album Get Rich or Die Trying, which is the 50 Cent's first album, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's a good album. It's got a few good songs on, but like I can't think of every song on there. I can think of 21 Questions. I can think of In the Club.
Yeah.
And I can't think of any others. What else is on that album?
I don't know. I'll tell you a good recent album.
Go on.
Certified Lover Boy.
Now, here's my problem with Drake.
Yeah, okay.
He's more poppy.
No.
I think he's poppy.
He's more... No.
Than like, right, than a Kendrick. He is more poppy than a Kendrick.
Kendrick's rap.
Exactly.
Kendrick's rap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Drake
Is pop.
is rap and hip hop. He does both in one song or one in another, like just rap or just hip hop, or he does hip hop.
It wasn't a bad album, but if you went, name me, like obviously the big album that came out with it is Donda. If you went, name me one song off Certified Lover Boy or name me one song off Donda, I could probably list you off the tracks of Donda. Apart from obviously the title tracks of Certified Lover Boy and Donda, I could probably list you more songs off Donda than I could Certified Lover Boy.
Yeah, but the thing with Donda, that's just...
It's a weird album. Sort of still on music, but any new rappers you've got listened to recently? Like anyone you found?
In fact, what recently?
Maybe they're not recent songs, but you found them recently.
I'll tell you who I haven't found recently, who I've been enjoying their songs.
Go on.
There's actually two, but I'll talk about the first one. Kid Cudi.
Really?
Yeah. His Man on the Moon, the one from 2009.
Right.
Some other songs are really, really good. You got Day and Night. Everyone loves Day and Night.
Yeah.
You've got. What we got? Pursuit of Happiness. Really good song.
Yeah.
For some, it might sound a bit weird and not rappy, but then he's kind of made his own genre. We've got Sky Might Fall. That's a good one. Soundtrack to My Life. That's a banger. And the other artist who I don't really have an album, but I have a few songs who I like. Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa, right.
I've been enjoying some of his songs.
My thing with Wiz Khalifa
Yeah.
is I don't think I could name any song of his. I think I could name a few.
Black and Yellow.
Yeah, obviously. Apart from like the ones that were so popular that they were everywhere.
Yeah, but the thing, he's really good on features.
Yeah,
really good.
he's good on
Some of
feature.
his,
He's a
some,
feature.
no. Some of his songs, like we've got No Sleep, So High, some bangers right there.
Do you know what? I feel like Wiz Khalifa with his rapping, and this is going to be a little bit of a hot take. I think he's a bit like DJ Khaled, in the sense that I don't think I could name many of his songs where he's not a feature.
Oh yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
I was about to say same type of music.
No, I mean he's more of a feature artist than he is his own rap.
Yeah.
But then, I can't remember the song. The song's going to... Give me a minute. There's a guy called Joyner Lucas, right? Have you heard this dude?
No.
And the song is called Isis. Right? No. And it's with Logic.
Oh yeah.
It is mad. Ooh.
It's my speaker.
Someone's not happy.
It's my speaker.
Yeah, he's not happy.
Shut up.
Okay. Joyner Lucas's song with Logic. Isis. Talking of Logic, though,
Don't like his music.
do you not? I can think of a few songs I like of his. That one he did with Eminem was good. I can't remember Homicide. That's what it was called. And then the one he did with Alessia Cara, where it's all about suicide, and it's the suicide hotline number. It was a good song, I think. I know.
Man's not heard it.
Really? Shame. Good stuff. Do you know what, right?
Yeah.
Pop singers.
What do you mean by pop singers? Like Justin Bieber and that?
Yeah. Which is what I was literally about to say.
I don't really like any.
I don't like pop, but then I can get with, like, people like there's Mabel. Like, these strong female... I quite like strong female voices. So, like, people like Mabel... I can't remember the girl's name.
Ellie Goulding.
Yeah. Starry eyes, hip hop.
Ariana Grande.
She's got some alright songs. she's alright.
The one with Mac Miller, I rate.
I've not heard that.
Oh.
The one I was thinking of was Thank You Next. I quite like that. I thought that was a vibe.
7 Rings or something.
Yeah, that's a vibe.
Wait, my dad's calling. Hello?
Anyway, there we go.
Alright, we'll continue.
Yeah, we're continuing. I've got it going.
So, pop artists.
That's where we were.
Sorry, just had a cool getting fellas.
So, like, Justin Bieber, Ed Sheeran. You've got to love a bit of Ed Sheeran.
I just tried to spell what and put eggs.
What eggs?
Maybe you know the one he did with Eminem that I rate.
Remember My Name?
No, it's River in it.
Oh, River. Yeah, I
Yeah.
was thinking of Remember My Name, the one in his new album that he's got with Eminem.
Oh, no,
and
I'm
50
not-
Cent.
Oh, that
It's on
one.
that as well.
That might be good, but I've not heard that. No, I'm talking about the River.
River, yeah, that's a really good song.
I like that. Yeah.
That's on Eminem's album though. That's Eminem's.
Yeah, but I'm counting as Ed Sheeran because.
Yeah, it was more of his song.
Yeah, exactly.
But
do you know? Fun fact about that: Ed Sheeran had that song planned out for the time because he wanted to make a song with Eminem, and he had that song planned out for when he finally wanted to make a song
Fair
made
enough.
a song with him.
he seems like a
rate
nice
that.
person.
Yeah, I mean that's coming from a ginger.
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Alright, here's my thing: where are we gonna go? If you could be one celebrity, and we'll keep it in the music genre, who would you be?
Music.
Yeah, if you could be one musician.
Well, you know who I'm gonna say, but I can't really say that.
Yeah, maybe not. If you could be someone in the music genre, who would you be? And let's say you get their riches and stuff.
Do they have to be alive?
Preferably.
I was gonna say Matt Miller, of course, because you know.
Yeah, but you get their riches and like what they have.
Do you carry on their career, making music for them?
Yeah, you carry on what.
Like you're basically in their mind.
Yeah, have you ever seen the movie Freaky Friday?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I've not seen it. I know the song.
Yeah, you know the point of the movie.
Yeah, I would say so. Alive.
Yeah, preferably.
Ooh, who's got good music? He's alive.
This is going to be a hard question, isn't it? Because I'm thinking, who's going to make me the most money?
I don't care about money.
I'd care about money, but I feel like Ed Sheeran's the obvious answer for money. Eminem's the obvious answer.
Fun fact, he's the second most streamed person on Spotify.
Do you know who first is?
No, I've been trying to look, but I've just not found it.
Never mind.
Tell you a good shout.
Go on.
Actually, no. Yeah, maybe Dr. Dre.
Yeah, but he's on the tail end of his life, let's be real.
Yeah, no, but he's made so much money.
He has.
And he keeps making money to this day.
Oh, yeah. My thing would be...
Maybe Cudi, Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
He makes a lot of money.
Yeah.
Good songs as well.
Are we going for money or are we going...
Post Malone.
That's. I was literally going to say Post.
Post.
He's got a lot of money, definitely. He's got a lot of sponsors. Like, he's got all the stuff with Budweiser.
Tupac.
It's going to be a very boring life. He's got all the stuff with Budweiser. And is it Budweiser? No, it's Bud Light that he has, isn't it? He doesn't like Budweiser, he likes Bud Light.
Who's that?
Post Malone. And he's got, like, sponsorships with him and shit. So, that's a good shout. Then, I'm going to bring up this question then. If you could interview any celebrity, dead or alive...
Date or B? So I wasn't listening.
Interview?
Oh, interview.
Any celebrity? Are we going... Should we start with the music genre? Any musician, dead or alive, who would you interview? And don't be an idiot about it.
Tupac.
Do you think?
Tupac. I'll ask him about gang life and that. I'll ask him what was he thinking whilst making music and that.
Yeah, I guess that's a good shout.
You saying?
Ooh. Do you know what, right? Right. I need to think. Do you know what? Now, my thing is, would I like to do it for personal reasons or would I like to do it for just intrigue? So, like, my personal reason would be, like, some of my favourite, like, rappers or, like, singers or what. But intrigue would be people who got really popular really young. It's like Billie Eilish, Taylor Swift, The One Direction. Like, people like that. Because they got really famous really young. And then, I don't want to say they dropped off, but do you know what I mean? They all had a big pop, and especially Taylor Swift. Her first few albums, like Shake It Off, that was like number one for like 14, 15 weeks or something, man.
Yeah, but she still... Who's this, Taylor Swift?
Yeah.
Yeah, she still gets better.
Yeah, I know, but here's my thing. She recently released an album. Have you seen her on every news programme in the world?
No, but...
Whereas if she released one a few years ago, it would be everywhere.
It wouldn't be
Everyone would be talking about
Not
it.
around the whole world, though.
Most places. Anywhere it spoke English and some place that probably didn't. Do you know what I mean? She was really popular. But then obviously you've got the with One Direction. Yeah. I think for personal reasons, I'm gonna go. So what we're saying, you switch lives with them as well.
Yeah.
Um.
Oh, no, we're interviewing, aren't we?
Oh yeah, interview.
Yeah.
Okay, for interview. Here's my thing. The thing, I love Bastille, but I wouldn't want to interview him because I think the thing about their music, I think they don't produce a message in their music, so you can sort of make your own message in it.
Oh.
Go on.
Coldplay.
What?
Coldplay.
Coldplay. That's a good shout. So Chris Martin, or just all of them. The whole of them.
Whole.
Alright. Do you know
I
what?
fucking love Coldplay, absolutely.
They've got some good songs. Do you know what?
I want to see him live.
Out of personal reason, I'm gonna go Jay-Z.
Oh, yeah.
I think he'd be a really interesting person because I saw he did an interview. Who did he do an interview with? He did an interview with he did an interview, right, with some Apple Music or someone like that, and he just spoke really openly about his life. And then there was that story that came out in the news that he was supposed to be on Take Me Back to London with Ed Sheeran and Stormzy.
Oh, yeah.
And then Stormzy said, I don't really want you to be on the track because I don't think it's the right one.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah. So I think he'd be an interesting man, but then also his wife would be someone I'd like to interview as well. What, Beyonce?
Oh, I thought it was just a random.
Just a random... No, he's married to Beyonce, you
I
Mel.
forgot he was married to Beyonce.
Yeah, I just think she'd be intriguing.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
And also, I want to know if she knows all the single ladies. Oh, we do have fun. Any other questions you've got while we're here?
Yeah, how do you spell onesie?
Onezie.
I was going to put one Z.
Okay, right.
Oi, right. Let's talk about one of my fears. It's going to be interesting, trust me. It's
Go
one
on.
of the interesting
Go on.
ones. Thalassophobia.
Which is?
Scared of deep, dark waters.
Yeah, that-
right.
surely
right,
you're just a
right,
human if you're
right,
scared of that.
Right. No, there's people who are not. Right.
What? People
Imagine-
without a brain cells?
Imagine this.
So us.
There are some people. Imagine this, right? Okay.
Yeah.
You're out there, middle of the ocean.
Mate, this freaks me out anyway.
You fall off a boat, yeah, and you're just floating.
Here's my thing.
You're right. Let me finish.
Go, go.
You're floating in water, and the
Yeah.
water, but you can't see. It's all murky in that, so you can't see what is down there.
Yeah.
What do you do?
So,
Me right there, turn my
Shit
life
yourself.
support off.
realistically, you sit there. Realistically, if you're in a calm mind, you sit there calmly till a boat comes and gets you. Because the more flapping about you do, the more energy you waste, the more breath you waste, the more likely you are to die.
But
That's
what
in
I'm
a calm
thinking-
sense of faith. You've just fallen into deep, dark, cold water.
What I'm thinking is, the fuck? What if the megalodon's real? What if the kraken's real? What if there's some massive fucking creature that I don't know of, no one knows of, that tickles even the slightest thing on my toe? I would scream.
Just comes up.
Imagine,
Tickle, wickle, wickle.
imagine on my days, right? Imagine you just start lifting out of the water, like what the fuck, and you're stood on a massive shark. What the fuck? I would be
You shit
freaking
yourself.
out, man.
I mean,
I would be fearing
right.
myself. You would see.
Where are we saying
something-
you are? Let's be real, because there's no big sharks off like the bays of Constantine.
How do you not know? How do you
Alright, alright.
how do you not know?
We'll say
How
you
do you
fall in
not
the
know?
Atlantic Ocean.
How do you not know?
We'll say you fall
How
off
do
a
you not
boat.
know?
You fall off a boat in the Atlantic Ocean. Just to be fair, so we can give you your analogy of a shark. My thing would be when I went bodyboarding. Now
You never know. There could be a massive shark that's in the. You
they did
never
find
know.
a shark down in.
They've only
on
discovered.
Constantine.
Right. This is my problem with people in
Like 25% or something, or is
No.
it less than that? Loads less.
3%.
Fuck.
3%, and we're trying to go to Mars. We've only discovered
3% of the ocean.
of our
Is it
water
really-
on our land.
But with the ocean, and obviously a lot of that would be below us.
And what they're saying is it's hard to explore the ocean
Yeah, that's
because
what
of the
I'm saying.
pressure and that.
Yeah.
Surely fucking going to space, going to Mars is going to be harder.
There's
If
no
you put
pressure
some-
up there. The whole thing
Yeah,
is
I
that
know,
there's
but
no
it's getting
pressure.
there,
Whereas
it's getting there back. Getting
That's
there back
easy.
and there.
The pressure
No,
just
'cause it
destroys
takes
the
about
cameras.
It's about a month there. But what we could have done by now is if we do 50-50, focus, because we're more focused on what's out
above
there
us, less than
instead of down
below us.
there. So I think we should get people to start focusing on our waters, start building their
Oh,
time.
Greta Thunberg.
I'm
Calm
sorry,
down.
I want to know what the fuck is down there.
Fair enough, right? But talking about
What?
this,
No, don't
talking
you-
about no. Yeah, I get what you mean. And there's things like anglerfish, which are. Have you seen an anglerfish? Google an anglerfish now and prepare to shit yourself royally.
Yeah.
Honestly, they are freaky things.
Anglerfish.
Right? These things.
Oh yeah, those are the
Um,
ones that have the little.
Yeah, the lights on the
yeah,
roads,
yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Mad, right?
yeah.
And
They're scary.
they're scary, and
And
that-
we know what.
we know what they are. So think about what could be underneath. But then my also fear is what's above us.
Nah, because right, the thing with above us, yeah, the thing with above us,
And obviously, what I'm referring to is aliens.
the thing that above us, yeah, is harder to get to us than it is for the things below us to get to us, because they could be evolving, and mate, fucking Godzilla could walk out to Japan
Next
right
week.
now. Oi, I heard this thing on TikTok, yeah.
Right, go on.
It's this theory about space, yeah. It's like there's this border
Yeah.
that some planets have not crossed, yeah,
Right.
because they haven't got the intelligence and stuff.
Right.
And we're one of the only planets with life that have, but when we did it, our whole world reset. What if that's true? What if there's just some Futurama shit going on past this borderway which we've not reached?
So you're saying like
if we
space
try
has
and
got
get
like
out of our solar system, out of the Milky Way, we could just reach a border, and there's just on the other side, there's just a bunch of planets with a bunch
so
of
kind of
life,
like
and they're just
how
like
birds
Futurama.
see windows. In a way that some birds can't see windows, but we can. We know there's a window there, which is why birds fly into it. So you're saying other species know that they can travel through it,
But we don't because
but we
can't.
don't. Yes.
Yeah.
So that
But imagine. Just,
it's
like,
an intriguing
that's fucked
thought. But then, what's your thought on aliens? Is a
I
better. It's a better
reckon.
question. Here we go.
I reckon, yeah, they're real.
I'm willing to believe that.
Yeah, because you don't know what's out there.
My thing that makes me believe it.
Right. Go on, you go first.
All right. The thing that makes me believe it is, have you seen all the Egyptian pyramids and shit, where it's all like, they're saying they built a ramp for the Great Pyramids, where there's no ramp, and then older pyramids you can see ramps and shit near them, and you're like, I don't know about that. And then all the drawings and stuff, and it's like big-headed creatures, like cars in the hieroglyphics and shit. It's hundreds and even thousands of years ago. Hieroglyphics, and there's like tools coming down from the sky and to help the people. Like obviously that could be just tools coming from the gods, but then I don't know. It looks like it's a beam of. Some of them look like beams of light going into like bringing down help, and like similar to what you see in like all these alien movies where it's like a spaceship abducts someone and a big piece of light comes down and suddenly whoa they're in space and shit like that. That's my thing with aliens. I'm willing to believe it. I'm more willing to believe in aliens than I am in religion. I'll be real. I'm also more willing
to... You just said, fuck Jesus Christ.
And look, I get if you believe in religion.
I don't really, to be honest.
You've got to respect people's religion.
Yeah, I respect it.
But I don't...
I just don't get why...
If you can't show me enough evidence...
There's, like, a man who created the world...
My thing with religion is if I burn, and this is a Ricky Gervais thing, but if you burn all the religious and historical text, scientific text, right? It's like religious and... So you burn all like the Korah, the Bible, stuff like that, yeah?
Yeah.
And then you burn all your science books.
Yeah.
Eventually, in a few hundred years, we're going to get those science books back.
How?
Because people will discover it again. People will rediscover.
No, because they'll just... Oh.
Yeah, surely. People will
the thing with religion, yeah.
But you're not going to
get that thing with aliens, how I think it's real, yeah?
Yeah.
Is... The world alone that we know, like people are more fucked up.
We can't be the only species.
No, bruv.
And we can't be the smartest.
You're talking about Ted Bundy and shit. What is going through their minds when they think, oh, I'm just gonna go kill a few people. Oh, I'm just gonna, do this, do that. Like, we're more fucked up than I say what we're trying to look for in space.
Yeah.
I think we should be studying our bodies way more than we should be doing the other stuff. Because people with what is it, DID or something?
Yeah, dissociative.
Where they switch. But that's fucked up. The people who think, oh my days, bruv, the cat scared me.
I thought there was just someone in the window. My thing is...
Wait, open the window.
Yeah. I was literally what I was about to do. My thing is, people...
But like, what is going through their mind?
Dissociative disorder.
No, not that. I'm talking serial killer. Oh, you let them out.
Yeah.
Serial killers and shit. What's going through their mind when they think it's all right to just go and kill people? Like, what is going through their mind? Like,
that's a bit mad. Yeah.
I don't know, to be honest, mate.
My thing is, here's my thing with stuff like that. Could you imagine, right, a world where it's accepted, right, and it's accepted, let's be real, that there was an American president that was heavily racist, fully accepted, right?
Yeah. There was
a war, and we're going to get into some very conspiratorial, is that the word I'm looking for?
Conspiracies.
So there's a world where people believe, right, that everyone in the government are lizards.
What?
That's the world we live in.
What? You're joking.
Over 50%, I think it's something like this. Over 50%, and I don't think I'm not exactly sure on the numbers, I think it's around that. But it's like a high number of the population believe that the world is run by lizards.
You're joking.
That's
something someone high as fuck would say. Not sober people.
No. But...
like...
lizards.
Who the fuck thinks the world is being run by fucking lizards?
I don't know, it's intriguing.
What?
it's intriguing to listen to.
Not fucking intriguing. Just play him with my
Here's a
mind.
better question. What do you think's in Area 51?
Oh my days. Not aliens. No,
I don't think it's aliens
I don't
either. I think that's way too bait.
No, it's not bait.
It is.
not-
You've got a place that everyone... Right. Run this
Right,
through your head.
right. No, I think...
Go on.
If it was fucking aliens, the world would know by now.
Yeah.
Everyone would know that aliens exist. Because who would keep that a secret from everyone? Like, surely you want to be the person who found out what aliens like.
Yeah.
Oi, imagine this.
Right,
yeah?
go on.
How long ago was Area 51 made?
Yeah. Shall I do a bit of Googling?
Yeah, Google it.
Right. Let's figure this out. I'll be with you in a second. When was Area 51 made? When?
Because I'm thinking, yeah.
When was Area 51 built? 1955.
Imagine if we knew what aliens were from 1951. Like, that year.
And that's why it was built.
That year. Imagine this, oh my days. Right.
Right.
What state is thingy in? Area 51.
Nevada.
Nevada. Right.
But it's in the Nevada desert.
What if, yeah? What if, that year, 1951, what if humans, the Americans, because that's what it is, found out what aliens were,
Yeah.
yeah, flew it on like, if they're not in, hid it in the White House, stay with me.
I'm staying.
You're
You're struggling, but I'm staying.
And then when they built that, the thing in the desert,
Area 51.
Area 51, they just fucking flew it on the presidential plane, because that don't get searched. Well, it does, but
It does, but less
but the
likely
peop-
to. But the people who search it will know what
if they
happened.
tell it, they'll probably get killed or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then gets flown over there. So what if we knew about aliens since then, Americans, but they didn't want to tell anyone because it would freak the whole world out? I reckon it would.
Here's my thing. I think it's a really bait spot to put aliens now.
Imagine
Right.
if we turn out to become aliens for a different planet. Like, we go to...
Technically we are.
No, no, like proper stereotypical aliens going over to their
Big
like,
head.
farms or something, and then abducting one of their people. Like, imagine
So you're saying, like, if... So here's what I'm getting from you saying that, is imagine if we, at the start of our life, because even then there's a debate on how we became to be. Because
Big Bang.
No, I don't mean that, I mean humans. Because everything you get from, like, it all says theory. Which theory doesn't say it's been proven, doesn't say it's truth. And it also depends on what your belief system is. If you're religious, if you believe more sciencey, or if you're in your own fucking world. Like
the lizards.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? It's one of those where it depends on what you think. All right, lizard boy. His eyes just switch round and he eats me. Have you ever seen the lizard?
Fucking
As in,
imagine if lizards had that DID, but like really bad for some reason, because they're old creatures,
Yeah.
and it's just come down genetically.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be mad.
Bro, the world's so fucked up.
When you realise how weird the world is, when you start talking like this, you realise
the
world's mad.
Like fucking skinwalkers, you know them things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like who even? How can you just?
How did something like that start?
How can someone just make up skinwalkers? Like who would think of that?
The thing was, it's a similar
It's
thing.
not come from a book, else we'll know.
Or it's clearly come from something, right? Whether it's a text, an old religious text, something like that. Who knows?
Have you heard of that book that goes on about in 2020 there'll be
Yeah.
Yeah, that was written ages ago.
Yeah, it's a religious thing, I think.
And it said that it would attack.
It was what was it called? The 2020, the danger year, something shit like that.
Oi, imagine, you know, with the hurricanes going on in America.
Yeah.
This is what my dad said actually. Imagine if, you know, the film 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah, how the world ends.
Yeah.
By bad weather. Imagine if that's the start of it, but it's just in 2020.
Yeah. Here's my
Or
thing.
it's just in 2021.
Do you remember the Wolsey fires? The big fires that were happening in America.
Oh yeah.
Now this is a very big
Maybe
leap.
it's just creeping up.
So I heard this story, and obviously this is when Trump was peak badness.
What do you mean, like?
He was like peak at, like, everyone was hating him. He was saying insane stuff like, we should kill all, like, going mad.
Yeah.
Maybe, and because it was in LA, here's what I was listening to. I listened to this guy, and he said, and he was like,
Yeah.
imagine if
Yeah.
imagine if it was Trump had lasers, right? He's been looking for this laser technology, right?
Yeah.
And they saw, as some of the pictures, like some houses just flattened to the ground, and the houses next to him look untouched.
Yeah.
And this guy was like, well, what if Trump had lasers and they needed to test they worked? And you couldn't do it on any other continent or any country, could you? Because that'd start a war. So he did it in his own country, to the people he hates the most, which is LA and Hollywood, because it's where he was from, and everyone hated him. So he tried to become a president. So he shot all the lasers there to test it, and that's what happened with the fires. I doubt that happened, right? Especially with the war. But it's an intriguing thought. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess.
But it's mad. But America is a weird place.
Fuck yeah.
It is right.
They're weird.
Kinder eggs aren't legal, but mass weapons of destruction are.
Exactly. I would want to live there in America.
If the
maybe
gun laws
Cali
change.
because sunny every day.
Yeah.
Like there's more job opportunities, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's just the guns. Just get the fuck out of me.
It's a scary thing, isn't it?
Like if they banned guns and you
Oh
could
yeah,
only
I'd
have
be
it,
straight over.
I would live there.
Yeah.
I would move there. You know.
Here's my thing.
Because I would think, oh yeah, I'm safe. Like it's calm. But then if because they have the guns, I'm thinking, well, if I go there, and I go to school, like move there for college, I would do that if I was gonna get a good job. I'd move there for college, but then if I just move there, like to start a family and a life, if I'm starting a family, then with the schools and school shootings.
Yeah, I think that's a scary thing, isn't it? Like that guns are more legal than Kinder eggs there. You can't get a Kinder egg, but you can get a weapon of mass destruction, really.
Kinder egg dealers.
Yeah, just people outside of shops. What can I get you? What can I get you? Do you want the boys one, the girls one, or the multi-gendered one?
The fuck?
It's my shittest American accent I could do. Put it all on red. America's a weird place. Yeah. Do you know where... Right. And I don't know... when I went to Tenerife, one of the weirdest sights I ever saw, right?
Is it Spain?
It's literally an island just off of Spain, right? Tenerife. But I've been to Spain as well. Tenerife. We were literally catching the bus down to the beach. And we get off the bus, and the first thing I saw is a man with a bull's head on it, like a severed bull's head, with all like the intestines and shit from the head here, falling on his shoulder, just carrying it through a market. And then we just went to the beach as if nothing had happened. And that's the different worlds we live in. He was obviously going to sell that, and people thought that was a delicacy. Like, people were excited that he had it. Like, you could hear other people around him, like, shouting, like, sounding really happy that he had it.
I would be.
What, that they do... But, like, I guess...
But then...
But if you did that down in England...
Right, yeah, and the thing with England, it'll be on the news, it'll be like, oh, man walks through market,
yeah,
not caring about
If you walk through Haymarket with a fucking, like...
Yeah, but, like, not caring about vegans and vegetarians... And then he'll probably get a load of hate.
And cancelled and told he's a twat and he'd have to apologise on a public forum.
Exactly.
Whereas in that country, it's just normal.
Because this ain't starting anything, but today's generation's so sensitive over it.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, you say the slightest thing to anyone.
You can't have an opinion now. That's what I feel like. And when I was with, like, I was talking to someone I went to school with the other week. And I was like, we were just chatting, nothing weird. And so have you seen all the rules and stuff of like that they're putting in, like, about, like, free speech? And it's like loads of people are saying that we should ban people being able to say on public forums what they want to say, which is free speech.
As long as it's not racist or homophobic. Then I think it should be fine.
Yes, but then also I say if...
But then, right? If you say something
that's a bit
right,
dicey.
if you say, oh, I'm not home. Right, if you say, right?
Careful there.
Yeah, if you say, I'm not homophobic, I support the gays and everything, and I support the trans, but I don't think it's that right to change gender, but I still support them. If you said that, someone's going to have a hump saying, oh, they can't share that opinion.
You can share your opinion,
but they're still saying that they support trans people and the LGBT community.
Yeah.
But they would still get cancelled because they've said their opinion.
Of course.
Even though they said they support them and they don't care, they just think it's a bit weird. Like,
they just don't understand. There was a guy who got cancelled, and he was like, I can't remember what his name was, but he went, I fully support gay pride and everything, but my thing is that if I turn around next week and went, I want a full festival where everyone has to shut down the roads for a week, for like a whole weekend to celebrate straight people, and he was like, well, I'd be told to fuck right off, and that I was suppressing homosexuals and stuff.
But the thing with that is straight people haven't gone through.
No, they haven't
to get it legalised.
Yeah, obviously that's the reason.
There's still being people like prejudiced towards.
I was intrigued on why he was on what he was saying. I don't agree with him.
Yeah.
But I was intrigued in the way he thought, because I was listening to him and I was thinking he has got a fair point in the way he's presenting it, but he is wrong. Which is, you can have a really fair point in the way you present. Like, his facts are all solid arguments, to be fair, that it'd be like if it was a straight person and we didn't have like a thing, and like obviously if we didn't have gay pride and it was just a straight person who went, oh, I want a weekend where we shut down all the borders in towns and everything to have a celebration of our straightness, and there was no suppression of gays or anything like that, it would be horrible in this generation.
People would say it's homophobic.
Whereas
it's saying all people should be straight when it's not. He said, did he say he supports LGBT?
Yeah, he's completely supportive.
He's not being homophobic, but it would be homophobic to some people because he wants to celebrate straight people.
He was explaining. He was saying, look, I completely support you. He was just intrigued by the thought. It came across, and he was sat there talking with his mates, and it just came across. Imagine if we did that, and how different the world would be if. Imagine how different the world would be if we still lived in the way that, like Protestants lived. Like, if you like knew a bit of science, you were a witch. Do you know what I mean? Where they used to burn people on stakes. What, you can cook? Oh, you have a mild understanding of the world? Get torched. It's a crazy world.
Humans have slowed down their own
minds?
No, they've slowed down how quickly we could have advanced in science, technology and that, because people think that's fucked up, burn him.
Yeah.
Or like burn her. Because it's just because they're getting close to something that's actually real now that we know it, but because early on then we were all like, everyone was religious and stuff, so they thought you know a bit of science or you did a chemical reaction, which we do now in schools,
which is casual, but
now
like you're a witch.
You make those I think it's copper crystals we did once. If you make them, you're a witch. Like, burn. Like, that's just weird.
And here's my also thing, and it spoke a lot about, and obviously you hear it a lot in rap songs now, and the first time I thought about it was, and I talk about this album all the time, it's the College Dropout album by Kanye West, right?
Oh, yeah.
And he's got, is it on that album? I'm trying to think. No, it's on the album just after it, which I can't think what the album's called. Late for Registration. That's what the album's called.
Yeah.
And he's got that song Diamonds on it.
I've not heard it.
Where it's all about him talking. He uses an old singer's like Diamonds Are Forever. That song. It's his sample.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he talks about how we as a world we all brag about diamonds and having this jewellery, when you actually read into where the diamonds come from and how they're made, like diamonds from Sierra Leone, I think it's called, the place.
I don't know.
Anyway, but it's all like children have to go into mines, and like really young children, like 9 and 7 year olds have to go into mines, dig up diamonds, like possibly die, just so like Jennifer Lawrence or someone can wear a diamond necklace next week at the Grammys. I don't know why Jennifer Lawrence would beat the Grammys. She beat the Emmys because she's an actress, Alfie, you melt. But do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's an intriguing. It's one of those things where you think, this is the world we live in. Would it have been better if no one have gone forwards? If we stayed, let's say, if we stayed around the way we were at like medieval times. Do you know what I mean? Like if we stayed around that time of fighting and stuff.
I just tried to record and I was just going like this. No, like I wasn't pressing it.
Imagine
I was like this.
Imagine what it'd be like if we were like stayed around with the thoughts of the medieval times. Like we'd gained this technology,
Yeah.
but our minds we'd have this world, but our minds would be in the medieval mind. There'd be no one worried about diamonds. It wouldn't be no one would be like showing off the holidays on Instagram.
But then, if you had technology now, there'd be battles everywhere. Because
It would be-
times they would battle all the time, and if they have like fucking nukes,
Yeah,
you want to defeat your enemy, you're gonna nuke them. Like
yeah, I
the
get
world
it.
would be chaos.
Yeah, the world would be chaos, but then the world's already chaos now.
But the world would be more chaos then, because the world's chaos now, yeah.
Yeah.
But I reckon the worst chaos ever is gonna be all wars.
Do you think?
And yeah.
Oh, yeah,
so
I
it's a
mean,
massive
yeah.
impact on everyone affected. If you're affected, even if you could get affected, even if you're not in the war, because someone
Yeah.
you know could die in the war.
Similar to like what happened with Chernobyl.
Yeah.
Was it is Chernobyl where it had the melt? Yeah, Chernobyl's the place where it
Nuclear
melted.
meltdown.
Yeah.
Blew up, yeah.
Yeah. You know that place is only recently slightly coming inhabitable now, and it happened what?
Ages ago.
Age like 1980 something, and it's only just becoming inhabitable. And like that's not even near the reactor. That's like 160 yards out of it, and like Pripyat and places like that,
Yeah.
which is mad. And
It's just the world.
it's the world we live in, and it's so intriguing. It's an intriguing thought. Could you let's say tomorrow night, right? We go back to Pangaea.
Where the fuck's that?
You know when the world I don't know if it's proven by science, but the world used to be one big landmass.
Oh yeah.
We go to that next week, and we flatten it all down, and then you don't get you don't have a house. Let's say you have a house, but you don't have a shop, you don't have a car, you don't have any of this. You just have your house, and everyone else, but they separate them. So like, you've got like, you're living down here in the UK, but I live 450 yards down in fucking Paris or something.
Oh yeah.
We do it like that. Like they're so separated houses, like you're almost separated by continents, people who used to live near each other, right? Do it like that, yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think would happen to the world? So it'd be like, essentially, you own Broughton Astley. What would your first thing to do be? If it was just you in Broughton Astley, no one's out, all the shops are still like they are, but with food in them. That's like, you can go in the shops and get food, and like obviously everyone's like, yeah, I'd get this. Like,
Would it be free?
yeah, of course, no one else is there. You just all the food is already how it would be now.
What, everyone's gone from the planet.
You wake up tomorrow, everyone's gone from the planet apart from you.
Yo, I would be freaked out. I would
So there's no school, there's no this, there's no.
Do you know what I'll do?
What?
I can tell you this for sure. What I'll do is, seeing as it's a Thursday now, Friday tomorrow.
Yeah.
Say my dad says you have to go to school tomorrow, so I get ready for school, go downstairs, pack everything, yeah.
Right.
What I'll do is it'll be like 10 to 8, no one's come down, so I'd go upstairs, check in my sister's room, no, she's not there.
Your dad's not there.
And then I'll check on my dad's not there, so I'd probably ring like you or like my nan, they don't answer.
Let's say you assume that you're on your own.
Oh, alright, okay.
You get to the point
Okay.
where you've checked your neighbours, you've rang all your mates, you've already done all that. You're on your own. You know that. What's your first thing?
Freak the fuck out.
Yeah,
I would be like...
obviously that's the bit where you
Now,
go,
the thing is-
shit.
The thing is, yeah, what I would do, right, is I'd go to the shop chair and if no one's in there but they're open, I would be freaked
You get food.
out. Yeah, I'd get food there, but I'd be freaked out. Like, I'll just be checking every.
So you've got electric, you've got all this, you've got heating, you've got everything. Everything's free because no one's there.
Yeah, but what will just be boring? You go on your PC, no one's online. You would have to just play against bots.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, but that's obviously.
You're literally on your own forever.
There's no one to lock it. Yeah,
I'll tell you what most people would do:
what?
kill themselves.
Yeah,
Because they'll just get so lonely,
scared and
bored.
freaked out. Here's my thing:
Yeah.
there's no one in the world, right? You've still got. Let's assume, as well, just to make it a little bit easier, you can drive a car. Yeah,
Yeah.
you can drive, so you can get places, but no one's there. It's going to be an easy drive because no one's on the roads.
Yeah.
But it's an easy drive, no one's around, you can get petrol from places, resources are unlimited, but no one else is there. So you've got everything you need, so you've got all your heating, that's never going to stop, you've got your food, that's never going to stop, petrol for cars, never going to
That
stop.
would just so boring. That would just.
You
so
can explore
boring.
the world, that's you
That-
know
no,
everything.
That would just be so boring.
Let's say,
That would just be so boring. Because, say, like, you go to the skate park, yeah. That would only be fun for a bit, wouldn't it?
but then I get, that's also, assume you know how to do most things in the world that...
Well, do you know what would be fucking lit?
What?
Right? Like, you and me, say, and no one else.
Let's say we both survived. Just to make this an easier
I could
question.
tell you what I would do, but I'm not going to.
No.
I'll say a different thing. That'd be lit. I would just, like, we'd just get a bunch of food and just fucking
My thing
go
would be...
skate park, go
Yeah,
go cinemas.
That's going to get boring.
Yeah.
Eventually that's going to...
Yeah,
My thing
but
was,
you
let's
might
do all
as well.
that for a week. Let's say you've got a year. We've got the rest of our lives. Do that for a few weeks. Right? Then we pack all this shit up. We pack all food, water, everything. We get a plane. We'll assume we know how to fly it, and you go to every place in the world. Travel to everywhere. So that you spend a week in Paris. Then you go to Germany. You spend a week in Germany. Then you go to Amsterdam. You do all that, right?
Yeah.
You go to Naples. You travel everywhere.
Yeah.
You loop the world.
Yeah.
No one's there.
Yeah.
Imagine how fun that would be. And it's left how it is now. So like Paris, you could go to the Disneyland. You know how to work the rides, obviously, because we're assuming you can do everything in the world. So you can ride Disneyland with no queues. You could.
I don't think
You could go to Australia and just chill for a year or something.
I think it would take you the whole of your life, maybe even, like, you wouldn't even get time to do everything in the world, like, go to every single ride, like, because there's so much to do, there's so much, like...
You could do Disneyland in 2 days.
Yeah, no, but you go to Disneyland, then you'll go check out another place with much rides. That would take you a month, maybe longer, to go around the whole world on all of their rides.
Okay.
And then, say you want to explore Australia, you go to Australia, check out that. That would take you, if you want to check the full place out, a month, I reckon.
Yeah,
It
but
would
that's
take you
months.
ages.
It's not like it's years.
Yeah, no, but
Eventually, you can travel the world and explore the whole places in an estimated 130 days.
Fuck.
So right, anyway, so you say you can travel around the world,
Yeah.
and we'll do this as our last question because we're running out of time. But you travel the world,
Yeah.
you do all this,
Yeah.
you get through. What would you do realistically? Would you go? I think the first order is surely you just hit everywhere, every country.
Do you know what I'd do?
Go on.
So you can do anything in the world?
Yeah, let's say you know how to anything
I
that
know what
you could
I'd do.
learn,
Surf a massive fucking wave.
and you wouldn't die. Yeah, are we saying?
Yeah.
You could. Let's say you know how to perfectly surf, just to be
Surf.
because you know how to
You
fly.
see those waves that they fucking surf? The massive ones. The
Yeah.
big ass. Boom.
Are we saying that no animals are alive, or are we saying animals are alive just so you can have fun?
Animals alive.
Yeah, just so it's fun. Right, that'll be the last.
Megalodon shit.
No, none of this. Right, I think for mine, and we'll do this as the last because we need to back up. I think for mine,
Yeah.
we say you go to every place in the world, you lap the world, and anything you haven't done by the end of the lap in the world, you chill back at wherever you liked the most, just lap it again, and just keep lapping it until there's nothing else to do. And by the time you've finished lapping it, shortly, you're on the tail end of your life.
Yeah. Yeah.
And if you can't die, if we're saying you can't die, you just keep lapping it and have
You could just
fun.
keep doing everything the fucking want.
Yeah, and just do whatever you
By
want.
the time you know you cannot die, I would go exploring the ocean and shit.
Yeah, if you know you can't die, and you know how to deep sea dive, because you know how to deep sea dive, because we've said you know how to do everything. Underwater, you know how to do an air. You know how to go up in space. Go to space. You can survive because you can't die. You go to every place. You travel around every.
Because the universe is endless.
Yeah, I think that'd be really fun.
Yeah.
Right. Well, we'll end it there. Vibing.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Goodbye.